So let's finish up extruding the head. Now, a couple things here I just want to point out. See how in the perspective view, so be careful that you're not accidentally modeling in the perspective view when you should be modeling either in the side view or, for that matter, in the front view, because things will be completely off, as you can see here. But here it's matching up pretty nicely. Now, okay, so let's fix a few things here while we can see it. Notice that I'm going to just bring that over to, and I need to bring that over. There we go. That's looking a little bit better now. All right. And there we go, some roundness. Maybe that's a little too far. Okay. Okay, looking good. And in this case, take this and just move that. There we go. Okay. Looking good. So we had left off here, and I'm going to go back into low poly mode, and I'm going to take this edge and hold down Shift and double click. And I want to keep extruding. And I do need to create some points for the ear to come off of. So I'm going to hit extrude there. And I'm going to go into the world manipulator. And one of the reasons I'm doing the world manipulator is so that the points stay along the y-axis, that middle point. Okay? So I'm going to take this back, use my scale tool, rotate that around. And here I'm going to start to round it out. Okay, so with that done, let's create a slightly different shape here. There we go. So that's marking out the ear pretty nicely. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And again, don't want to overdo it, but at the same time, don't want to add in more detail at the top of the head than is really necessary. So there we go. All right, go back into my perspective view, edge, hold down Shift. So I'm extruding once and then, immediately, fixing the vertices as best I can. Let me go into my side view here, and again, taking the world manipulator and moving that around the ear, and then rotating it, and just moving it to here. Okay. And with that done, I'm going to bring back that vertex there. Okay, now I think there's a fair amount of hair here at the back of the head. Okay. And edge, hold down Shift, double click, and extrude. World manipulator, move it down. And I do have to be careful because this is going to match up there. Yeah, I need to move this around a little bit more. So I'm going to move that. There we go. And then use the move tool. And that needs to sort of match up down here. So let's go into vertex mode. And I am going to start to bring this down somewhat. And that means that this needs to move over a little bit. There we go. And boom, boom. Okay, now what we might need to do is go in here and press 3 so that we can kind of see what we're doing here. And yeah, that's going to help us kind of round things out properly. So again, notice that I'm taking more than just one vertex when I'm in smooth preview. I'm going to round that out. And I'm going to bring this back in. Okay. All right. That looks pretty good. There we go. Looking nice. Just take that down. Take that down. There we go. All right. Okay, hit 1. All right. So now with that done, I'm going to, and how you do this is up to you. I'm going to shift select these two. I can use the bridge tool, right? So I'm going to use my bridge tool. I'm going to say linear path, that's fine, one division, and bridge. And there we go, that's perfect. I am then going to simply, I could just fill this hole, okay? Fill hole, and then I'm going to use my multi-cut tool, and we are going to hit return, multi-cut tool again, make sure that that's active, click, click, and hit return. Okay, so we are marking this off pretty nicely. Question is whether we need some more definition in here, and possibly we do. So I'm going to go in here. Let's just move this up a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. And let's press in 3. Looking great. Okay, so now I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this and this, and I'm going to hit extrude. Get back into one mode, world manipulator, and we'll start to move that down. And then we're going to go into vertex mode and start to move these points. Okay, and then I'm going to again use the edge, hold down shift, that edge, and extrude again. World manipulator, move it down, and then I'm going to go into vertex mode again, use my move tool, and sort of mark these out. Now that probably doesn't need to go. Fine, let's just do that. There we go. It's those two need to match. Very nice. Okay, with that done, I'm going to select this and shift select that, and I am going to hit extrude. World manipulator, bring it down. And at this point, we're going to use the target weld, go into vertex mode, and click away and snap. There we go. And let's just go into vertex mode and start to mark this out just a little bit better. Okay, actually, let's just bring that back down again a little bit. There we go. All right. And how you want to do this is up to you. So I'm going to take this, shift, and extrude. And here I'm going to, let's see, go into world manipulator and bring it down. Okay, and here I'm going to again use my target weld, go to vertex mode. Oop, again it wants to select a whole bunch of vertices. Okay, so here I may actually want to start to move these into position. Bring this in, bring this in. Here we go. And again, edge, hold down shift, and just one more extrusion. World manipulator again, bring it down. Go into vertex mode, target weld, make sure, and there we go. Okay, so we are not done. I'm sure I've only been looking, just please note that I've only been looking in this side view. Okay, kind of important. And that things may be pretty different once I look in the front view, and it may not match, or the perspective view, it may not match, perfectly. Okay. All right, not bad. Let's just take this and actually move this up here. There we go. Okay. That actually looks pretty damn nice. At least from the side view. I could have a nasty surprise once that looks really great. Let's take a look at now this view. So obviously that is no good. So this is why we need to move this all in there. Kind of important. And I'm gonna take this and move that. And I'm going to take this, and that's sort of the bottom, and I'm going to move that out. But it's these vertices that I need to move in. There we go. So it's creating the neck shape. There we go. And with that, having said that, I'm going to take this and actually move this a little bit in. Okay. Take this, move that again. There we go. Move that. Oop. There we go. And it's really that needs to rotate around. Yeah. Okay, you can actually kind of see it there. This we need to bring out. I'm going to just move that up. Okay, so it's starting, you do need to tweak it afterwards, because especially if you've done a lot of work only in one area, from one angle, or one view, and in my case it was the side view, it can cause you problems down the line. So I'm going to just take that and move that out, and then take this and move that back. That's looking a little bit better, I think. I'm still not getting the shape of these cheeks completely. So let's go into the perspective view, and ultimately let's just take that, move that out. Let's just go in here. There we go. There we go. Still not crazy about. Bring that out. Bring that out. There we go. Okay. All right. Going back into my perspective view, and now it's really just an aesthetic. It's kind of looking at it. Now obviously it's going to be clearer once I add, get rid of the transparency, but this is a beginning. So here I've created kind of half the head. Obviously eyelids, lips still to be extruded, and ear to be extruded.